Welcome back to Living in Key West. Today we're going to go on an awesome adventure. We're going to go to my 4 favorite sandbars, and we're just going to have a great time. In case we've never met before, my name's Solaris Gregory. I'm also a licensed realtor at Expert Realties. I help people buy, sell, invest in this wonderful island of ours. And please like and subscribe because I make videos every week, and this way you can educate yourself about Key West and the surrounding area. Going to the sandbars in the Florida Keys is probably my favorite thing to do. I always recommend that you have safety gear and, of course, enough water, food. I bring my CB radio and, just prepare to have a really good time out there. But, always safety first. Now, if you're going to the sandbars, it's good to know your tracks. If you don't know your tracks, what you should do is, one, you can ask somebody. That's what I did. And basically, at the way out to Snipes, there's 2 different cuts that are very important. The other thing is people are all going out there all the time. You should follow them out. And then also look at the charts on your GPS. The first place that we went to the other day on the way to Snipe Keys was Jewfish Basin. We stopped over there. It's a beautiful sandbar. The kids love it. Jewfish Basin is a sandbar that I like to go to a lot because it's closer. It's about half the distance of Snipe Keys for us. And sometimes we just want to go out there, get a quick swim, and come back. The only issue with Jewfish Basin is that the sandbar doesn't come out of the water even at low tide. We went there the other day. I brought my neighbor, Com, and it was a very low tide. Even at Jewfish Basin, I didn't realize how low it was. So we made it over to Snipe Keys. Snipe Keys sandbar is usually not out of the water as much as it was this time. This time it was completely out of the water, so the puppy got to run around there, so she had a blast. We hung out there for a little bit. On the Gulf side of Snipe Keys, that's where almost everybody does their lobstering for mini season and regular season as well. On the busier days like Memorial Day and different holidays, it'll get really busy over there. They're going to have a ton of boats and there's going to be partying. It's a really cool experience, but if you want a little bit of a quieter environment, we took our boat after Snipe Keys. We went over to Marvin Key. When we were over at Marvin Key, there's different little sandbars that you can go to. You can be around other people or you can be completely secluded, which is really cool sometimes. Over at Marvin Key, what's cool about that is if it is a windy day and the wind's coming from east to west, which is usually the way the wind is blowing, the trees there will sort of block any kind of wind. When we lived up in Bay Point, Marvin Key is where we used to go almost all the time. And we would go to different little areas. We'd have picnics, we'd grill out. We had such a wonderful experience there. Because it was such a low tide the other day, we actually got stuck a couple of times. We pushed off. There was probably 5 other boats that we had to help out to push off, and we didn't even get home till after dark. It was a pretty fun adventure, but if you don't know the waterways, I definitely recommend at least getting those tracks on your GPS ahead of time. And then that way, if you are ever out there at night, you can follow your tracks back. Marvin Key is probably my favorite just because of all the different cool cuts that you can go to. And what I like to do is sometimes I'll hang out at the sandbar and then I'll go a little bit into one of those cuts and fish for some snapper. After we made it back from Marvin Key in the dark, the next day, I took my wife and my daughter, our puppy, and my daughter's friend. We went out to Boca Grande. So when we went out to Boca Grande, what we did was we cut through the lakes, and if lakes basically have flats on each side and then it's deeper in the middle, we cut through there, making it all the way out to Boca Grande. We had a great time over there. On the way back, what I wanted to do was go out to the front side and go back in through Destroyer's Cut, and that's there are these 2 mounds. It's a great little area. There is a channel in between. Basically what happened was during the Cuban Missile Crisis, a destroyer got caught back there, and they blew mounds in order to get the destroyer out to make a channel. And both of those mounds are a really cool place to hang out and fish, but we got off there a little bit late, so we didn't get a chance to enjoy it. When we went out to Boca Grande, we had a great time out there. We brought sandwiches and had the puppy run around. The girls played with the sand toys, and it was just a great experience. On the way out to Boca Grande, a lot of times what I'll do is I'll stop in these different little holes where I know where there's some lobster, and we catch lobster all the time. And then even on the front side, there's a great little areas where you can get lobster. Some of the funnest times I've ever had in my entire life have been out at those sandbars. I love the turquoise water, the smell of the saltwater air. It's just completely rejuvenating. I love it so much If you're thinking about making a move to paradise, please drop me a line. My contact information is below along with my calendar. And if you like the video or have any comments, please make a comment below. I'll be happy to answer them personally, and just enjoy that island life.